My new girlfriend came round earlier. I really need to look at her dosage. She suffers from insomnia. What are you trying to say? No, she suffers from insomnia. People who've seen me before know that I have to apologise to begin with because I'm really jealous of these other comedians with their memories and their perfectly timed and rehearsed material and their memories. I can't remember to change my own underwear, so I have to rely on these eight memoirs. So let's get on with it. So unfortunately, it was my dad's funeral last week. He was a bastard. He never found out who his real dad was. And he was a bastard. He did comply with his last wishes to be buried rather than cremated. He was an avid collector and he knew that things always increase in value if you keep them in their box. He was an avid collector, mainly collected other people's money and possessions. He was an Elvis impersonator, forging checks, catfishing widows in Memphis, that kind of thing. And he died on the toilet of embarrassment. Told him there was something BQ and I was desperate for a pet when I was a kid, but my dad wouldn't let me have one until I'd had a small pet and then showed I could be responsible and be trusted. So he got me a stick insect. Sticky the stick insect. He called it Sticky because it's always covered in this horrible gunk. I had Sticky for 10 years before I realised he was just a stick. Another 5 years before I could bear to get rid of him. They danced through him for the dog. Sticky the dog. It was my grandmother's birthday last month. 110 years old. Can you believe it? 110 years old. I haven't seen her since I was a teenager. Dad sent her to live on a farm with Sticky the dog. Sticky the gerbil. Weird, because she already lived on a farm and she hated it. She said the animals reminded her of Grandad. I think the new farm was a bit more about like a health spa thing, like a more focus on well-being. Dad referred to it as a body farm. He said, I wouldn't want to visit now, because apparently she smelled even worse than she used to. But I got her a telegram from the King for her birthday. Ooh. Turns out Elvis is still alive. Only cost me 200 quid. Who knew Elvis lived down the road from me and lived in the same nursing home as my dad? You won second prize in a beauty contest. That's ridiculous. I was robbed. Do you love Arnold Schwarzenegger movies? I love Arnie movies. Ironically, Commando is the only movie where Arnie actually wears underpants. Do you know, I think I've only ever seen Groundhog Day once. Do you remember a few years ago when Gwyneth Paltrow made those candles? It smells like my vagina. Yeah. What I didn't know was she followed it up with another one. Really true. She followed it up with one that was called Smells Like My Orgasm. So I could have a go at that. So after the show, I'll be setting up my little candle show. Okay. Now, Smells Like My Orgasm is a bit of a mouthful. So I'm just going to call mine my Yankee Candles. Nice. Yeah, I think I've only ever seen Groundhog Day. My kids were mad at me last week because we got chucked out of a place because I French kissed a goat. It wasn't a heavy petting zoo. I had a new bathroom fitted last week by a company, Victorian Plumbing. And I've got lead water pipes, an outside lavvy, and cholera. Do you know, I think I've only ever seen Groundhog Day once. Uno reverse. You know, but I've only ever seen Groundhog Day once. And on good authority, the groundhog's name is Sticky the Groundhog. Thank you.
Sit down. Okay. I'll give you the wrong name now, Sharon. Okay? Just to make everybody feel like I'm equally incompetent. So another round of applause for Jeff Absolutely, definitely come to you, Olive. I just want to say I've seen you quite a few times, have I not?
Yeah.
Which is why I nearly called you your real name a few times. Yeah, I can hear there's loads of new stuff in there. I think what I like about your act, I don't think I've told you before, is I think you having a card is quite a meta thing. It's quite a high wire act. Because yes, it's there to help you, but also you use it as a device. I think that's really cool. And I think the more you play with the format, the funnier that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think normally you put some of your what the cards mean jokes in earlier in your set.
Yes.
And you wait until the second half, and I think you invite the audience in more if they know that you know that it's a thing.
I just wanted to do that new stuff up front.
Yes, and I think it's the only act of notice. It's not your fault. This is a very directional microphone. Okay, so there were times you were fiddling with your cards and getting back to the microphone, you lost some of what you're saying past the microphone, and it's the microphone's fault, not yours, but the more gigs you do, the more time that might happen. So just think about microphones. Anybody got any other... I'm going to go to Phil for this and Olive.
Really liked it. I thought early on you did immediately right at the start, and you missed a trick when you did the whole thing about can't remember to change your underwear, and that's where you keep the cards. And obviously that's prime moment to go change your underwear, and then just put a disappointed face, something like that. Because you raised it, it felt like it was going to be a punchline. I think the early stuff, there were some great punchlines in there. I felt like as a general thing you could be tighter with it, quicker to the punchline, give people what they need to get it, and then and the Groundhog Day thing, I might have misremembered it. I feel like the very first time you gave Groundhog thing, it was a slightly different phrase when it came after. I might have misremembered that, but I thought when you started saying it, you'd only sing it once.
Yeah.
The first time you said something slightly different.
Okay, I was not even thinking.
Was it? So in that case, that's me misremembering.
No, I tried to say it exactly the
Yeah,
same.
no, in that case, fine. That's what I was going to say. I may have misremembered or misheard it the first time. So yeah, no, I like that as a refrain. Obviously, it's great. I thought loads of great punchlines. Sometimes just needs to get a slightly quicker with slightly fewer words.
Awesome. And before I go to Olive and Sam, I was also thinking, because your cards are part of the act, when the audience realises that, stick a pair of pants to one of your cards.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, yeah,
Staple it on. Yeah. Change your pants, and it's a pair of pants.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh fuck, we're on a journey with this guy. Also, can we talk about the fact that we're wearing kind of the same sort of shirt, and we're going to get a reputation. We don't know what to wear anymore, so we run through somebody else's washing line. Okay then, my friend, I'm coming to you.
I think.
Ask a question or say something?
Sorry.
No,
Yeah. I think are really good. I've seen you absolutely storm it when this same room was really full, and
Yes.
I think your formatting can make more sense in that room. I think my favourite joke of yours is the Uno reverse one. That one went down so well last time you did it here, and I think if you're going to have these cards on stage when it's not a new material gig, and you can do stuff that plays with the form more, that would be really interesting. Like maybe do a thing about a running joke and then pull a running flush of massive playing cards. That's just like a shit idea off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but like
that kind of thing,
you can you can sit down and think of some other really interesting things to do with the form, because then it's not like, oh, it's that guy who's got cards so you can remember his jokes. It's like, that's the guy with the cards, like turn it into a sort of unique selling point of your material. But yeah, really good stuff. I really like.
Yeah. Thank you. So,
No worries.
yeah, and again, just because of the microphone, some of you best sort of whistle past the microphone, we didn't quite pick it up. Olive.
It's not about memory loss, that's it with the cards. That's a joke, by the way.
Excellent.
I have got a really crap memory.
Right, sorry. I think he's actually got better.
Cool.
I
Thank
prefer
you.
this line to the one last time, leading up to the competition.
Okay.
I think
Awesome.
the more funnier,
Oh,
That's
easier
pretty
to
good.
follow,
Yeah.
and much better.
Super.
Thank you.
Abby and Sam.
Do you want to go first? Yeah.
Sam.
Oh, that's nice of you. Yeah, I thought it was great. I love the Yankee Candle joke.
Yeah.
That's actually my favourite joke.
Yeah.
But anything con related, I'm all for. To be honest.
Yeah.
But also, I thought you could put your shopping list in there and just be like, I don't know what that's doing in there. Like, you have like bread, cheese, milk,
Yeah.
or something like that.
You get
But
really
I don't know
absurd.
how that works. Yeah, something weird like that.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
But we've been making right now. I'm coming to you, Abby. What the?
Is that a car or is that someone with a massive speaker?
Well, Derby used to have a guy in mobility scooter with a boombox.
Oh, we've all got those.
Legend. Never remember him. Yes. Absolutely superb.
Could I just say one more thing?
Sam.
Yeah, it's just one last thing. I felt like you should acknowledge the shirt. Because there was nothing in the shirt about the shirt.
Yeah,
Is
it's,
this a
it's
comment?
hard when the things so eventually when I've got long enough there,
Yeah.
I talk about the name and I talk about
Yeah.
I kind of prefer to keep it just there.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Really good stuff. Okay. I think it's actually coming out of loudspeakers. I think it's coming out of loudspeakers, so I can have a word with Corey in the break. Unless, Nat, did you have a comment for us?
Yeah, what's that? 'Cause I think I've seen you before. What's it? Me personally, I think it's like the structured jokes or like stuff in the beginning I really liked. With the Groundhog Day joke, I think maybe 3 times and that might be enough for me personally.
Yeah.
So,
There's a weird, you probably know this, Jeff. There's this weird thing which is 3 is the first golden number, 4 it'll dip. By the time you're at 6 times, it's fucking hilarious because it becomes this thing that finds its own magic if you really push it beyond. But that's really brave because I hate it. Then back. Right, Abby.
Yeah, just following on from what Jonas said, like I love the Groundhog Day stuff. And you could do things with the cards as well, like pick a card, any card, and you pick a card and it's just Groundhog Day again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that goes back to what Jonas said. You could be, not the guy that uses the cards. I was that card guy, and it's great to have that book with a USP. Anybody else got any thoughts? Arthur.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it several times.
Yeah.
I think tonight's probably the best I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
Because obviously it just seemed a bit slow at the start.
Sure.
As if he was a little bit nervous.
We all get that.
But when he started flowing, that were it, you took the room.
Yeah.
This is
I
definitely
do
the
get
line.
I do get a bit nervous at the beginning, but I
Yeah.
think it kind of I normally build,
Yeah.
get more
Because
and
the
more
thing is,
confident.
you went to
I don't
like
mind it so
your
much.
stuff that you knew, that I've seen several times, and then that's when you really started to flow.
Yeah.
So it might
Yeah,
be
it's-
worth putting some of those jokes in first to get you moving.
I was going to do that, but the
Yeah.
first stuff took so long.
Yeah.
It was
It's
3
much
minutes
easier
to start with.
Much easier.
Yeah.
And funnier.
Great stuff. And I think Phil wanted to say something.
Very,
And
very
then I'll
fun.
go.
Just an observation is that obviously the feedback you're ultimately getting is about set building rather than material. The material's really good.
Yeah.
Now it's about where you look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we all know that like our favourite albums, the songs are in order for a reason. It's taken the band a lot of time to get that right. Another round of applause for Jeff Napoli.